Imagine this. Today, you walked into your bank and deposited $10,000. You're thinking your money is safe and growing. The bank tells you they'll give you 1% interest annually. You feel good about this decision. But here's something most people never realize. With that same $10,000, your bank will make 5 to 10 times more than what they're paying you. And this isn't illegal or unethical. This is simply how the banking system works. Today, I'm going to explain exactly how banks make money, what this means for your personal finances, and most importantly, how you can use this knowledge to build real wealth. By the end of this video, you'll understand money in a way that 99% of people never do. So let's dive into the world of banking and wealth building. Let me start with a story. Meet Sarah and Michael. They're both 30 years old with $10,000 to invest. Sarah puts her money in a traditional savings account, earning 1% interest. She thinks, at least my money is safe and growing a little. Michael takes a different approach. He keeps $3,000 in a high-yield savings account for emergencies and invests $7,000 in index funds. Fast forward 30 years. Sarah's account has grown to about $13,000. But here's the problem. With inflation averaging 3% annually, her purchasing power actually decreased. What cost $10,000 back then now costs over $24,000. In real terms, Sarah lost money. Michael's $7,000 investment at 10% average returns has grown to $122,000. Add his emergency fund, and he's at about $126,000 total. The difference? Over $100,000. But here's what's really interesting. While Sarah's money sat in that account, the bank was lending it out and investing it, making 8, 10, even 12% returns. The bank made tens of thousands from Sarah's deposit, while paying her just a few thousand in interest. This isn't a conspiracy, it's just business, and understanding this is your first step to building wealth.
Now, let's talk about fractional reserve banking. This is the foundation of the modern banking system. When you deposit $1,000, the bank doesn't put it in a vault with your name on it. Here's what actually happens. The bank keeps about 10% as reserves, so $100 stays in the vault. The other $900 gets loaned out to someone buying a car. That person pays the dealership, who deposits the $900 in their bank. That bank keeps $90 and loans out $810. This continues in a cycle. From your original $1,000 deposit, the banking system creates approximately $10,000 in total money supply. This is called the money multiplier effect. Now, you might be thinking, is this legal? Yes, it's completely legal and heavily regulated. This system serves important purposes. It allows capital to flow through the economy. Banks can lend money so businesses can expand, people can buy homes, and students can pay for education. It's regulated by the Federal Reserve, and your deposits are insured by the FDIC, up to $250,000 per account. But here's what you need to understand. While this system serves the economy, it also means banks generate substantial profits from your deposits while paying you minimal interest. They're not doing anything wrong, they're running a business, but you need to understand this to make smarter decisions. Let me break down exactly how banks generate revenue. Revenue stream number 1 is net interest income. This is the biggest one. You deposit $10,000 earning 1% interest. The bank pays you $100 per year. They loan that money out for a mortgage at 6.5%, earning $650. The difference, $550, is pure profit from just your deposit. Multiply this by millions of customers, and you see how banks make billions. But it gets more interesting. Banks offer car loans at 5 to 10%. Personal loans at 8 to 15%, and credit cards at 15 to 25%. Credit cards are extremely profitable. If you carry a $5,000 balance at 20% interest and make minimum payments, you'll pay over $10,000 total. That extra $5,000 goes to the bank. Revenue stream number 2 is fee income. Monthly maintenance fees run $5 to $25 per month. That's $60 to $300 per year just for having an account. Overdraft fees are brutal, $30 to $35 per transaction. Some people get hit multiple times in one day, paying over $100 in fees. ATM fees, wire transfers, foreign transaction fees, it all adds up. The average American pays $300 to $500 annually in banking fees. For a bank with 10 million customers, that's $3 to $5 billion in fee revenue. Revenue stream number 3 is investment income. Banks invest your deposits in government bonds, mortgage-backed securities, real estate, and financial markets. These activities generate additional billions in profit. Revenue stream number 4 is wealth management services. Banks charge fees for managing investment portfolios, typically 1% or more of assets annually.
On a $1 million portfolio, that's $10,000 per year in fees. Revenue stream number 5 is interchange fees from credit and debit card transactions. Every time you swipe your card, the bank gets a small percentage. With billions of transactions, this adds up fast. The key point is that banks are sophisticated businesses with multiple revenue streams, all designed to maximize profit. Understanding this helps you make better financial decisions. Now let's talk about what this means for you personally. This is where understanding becomes action. First, the inflation problem. Let's say you have $50,000 in a savings account paying 1.5%. You earn $750 in interest per year. But if inflation runs at 3.5%, the real cost of goods increased by $1,750 on your purchasing power. Even though your balance grew, you lost $1,000 in real purchasing power. Over 10 years, this compounds dramatically. Your $50,000 becomes $57,000 in nominal terms, but you need $70,000 just to maintain the same buying power. You've lost over $12,000 in real value. Compare this to investing. That same $50,000 invested at 8% becomes $107,000 in 10 years. After inflation, your real purchasing power is about $76,000, a real gain of $26,000. The difference between saving and investing is tens of thousands over time. Then there's opportunity cost. Every dollar sitting idle in a low-interest account is a dollar not working for you. If you keep $100,000 in checking earning nothing when you could invest $80,000 and keep $20,000 liquid, your opportunity cost over 20 years could exceed $200,000. That's real wealth left on the table. On the debt side, understanding how banks profit from lending helps you make smarter borrowing decisions. Credit card debt at 20% is the worst. Owing $5,000 and making minimum payments means 7 years to pay off and $3,000 in interest. You'll pay $8,000 total for $5,000 in purchases. Paying off that debt is equivalent to earning a guaranteed 20% return. No investment offers that. But not all debt is bad. A mortgage at 4% to buy an appreciating home is good debt. You're building equity and the interest is tax deductible. A student loan that increases your earning potential from $40,000 to $80,000 per year is probably good debt. The key is understanding productive debt that builds wealth versus consumptive debt that destroys it.
All right, friends, here's the bottom line. The banking system isn't your enemy. Banks provide valuable services like security, transactions, and credit access. But banks are businesses designed for profit. If you don't understand how they work, you'll never optimize your finances. Now you know how the system operates. You understand fractional reserve banking, how banks generate revenue, the real impact of inflation and opportunity cost, and practical strategies to build wealth. But hold on, please pay close attention. I am not a certified financial advisor. All the information presented in this video is strictly for educational and informational purposes. Before making any major investment or financial decisions, always seek advice from a qualified professional financial advisor. Knowledge is power with money. Make intentional decisions aligned with your goals rather than accidentally enriching banks while your wealth stagnates. If this video added value, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs this information. Subscribe and hit the bell for more financial education content. Comment below with your biggest takeaway or questions for future videos. Start today, stay consistent, and keep building wealth. I'll see you in the next video.